Colin Campbell and Phil Dampier and the Duke and Duchess of Delusion have a real reason to whine this week after their $20 million Spotify deal was cancelled by the streaming giant after just one series of Meghan's failed Archetypes podcast with Spotify exec Bill Simmons.
So is Meghan Markle's Hollywood dream over? According to Lady Colin Campbell, yes, and in the most brutal way possible. Today we're breaking down the latest bombshell. Meghan Markle, once the darling of the red carpet, now labelled as damaged goods by none other than Lady C herself.
Slamming the runaway royals as effing grifters after they managed to produce us 13 episodes in almost 3 years. But Meghan isn't wasting any time to secure her next mega money deal for doing very little, with the Mail on Sunday revealing that she is on the brink of signing a major deal with fashion house Dior that could see the Princess of Privacy become the highest paid influencer in the world as her new super agents at WME battle to improve her toxic public image. So Lady C, as Meghan lines up a multi-million-dollar deal with Dior, while Harry is continuing his never-ending legal battles, is this another sign that she could be carving out an independent professional future away from her husband?
Well, you know, Dan, I said it, that I was told that she went to WME to move away from being royal, and they said to her she had to forge a new path. But I think we need to be very careful what we believe, because I'm told by friends of mine in Paris who have a very good into the fashion industry, and I can't say what it is, otherwise it would give away their identity, that, you know, this is not going to be a megabucks deal. Meghan is not going to make a great deal of money if it materializes, because she is damaged goods and they know they can get her for very little. Meghan needs a brand like Dior far more than Dior needs a brand like Meghan.
OK. And back in Britain, taxpayers bracing themselves to fork out a sickening £1 million to cover Harry's legal fees as the Ginger Whinger prepares to appeal the decision to remove his publicly funded security arrangements when visiting the UK. Just what hard-working British taxpayers really want to waste their money on during a crippling cost of lockdown crisis, I'm sure. So, Phil, how do you feel about being forced into funding Harry's egotistical legal battles?
I feel almost as confused and bad, Dan, as the fact I might have to give up wearing Eau Sauvage, which I've always... Did you notice in Spare, in fact, that he claimed Harry? Now, I thought it was a bit strange at the time. He claimed that his father, King Charles, wore Eau Sauvage, and I thought that's a bit odd. I had never heard that before. I thought he used a lavender scent from Highgrove. And, of course, now it seems it's probably a product placement. But, yes, coming back to your question... He can bring as many court cases as he likes, can't he? And, you know, if he's prepared to pay for them and chuck money down the drain, that's fair enough. But we shouldn't have to pay a penny. And the idea that Scotland Yard and the Home Office have always made it clear that he's not going to get the security paid for, the security drill that he wants. You know, there's no way in which we should be paying for it. So if he wants to carry on with his court cases, if he wants to chuck money down the drain, that's up to him, but we shouldn't have to.
Yeah, but keep our money out of it. I mean, Lady C, this is fascinating, though, isn't it? Because it all just adds up to what Bill Simmons from Spotify described these two as small-scale swindlers. You know, they're either swindling a company like Spotify, taking 20 million, they're not delivering what they've promised. Likewise with Netflix, but the money was even higher. And now it's our money, Lady C. So do you think that, Bill Simmons, he actually said effing grifters. But do you think that description of them as swindlers is going to stick now? Because I feel it's very accurate, Lady C.
Here's the tea. Lady Campbell claims luxury powerhouse. Dior is completely backing away from Meghan. You remember last year, everyone was buzzing about Meghan's Dior looks, sparking rumours of a mega partnership. Well, Lady C says not only is that off the table, but Dior won't even pick up the phone. Why? Allegedly, Dior wants to avoid the royal circus, the drama, the headlines, the endless controversy. Campbell says insiders that Dior refused to entertain formal talks.
Well, of course it's going to stick, because, you know, it has the scent of truth about it. And let's remember that Harry has played the British system very well. He has made sure that he has got out of our tax system And because there is a means test aspect and a residency test aspect to how much you have to pay back in terms of costs, he has been able to maneuver his way out of, if Harry had been a British resident and had a British income at the moment, he would have had to stump up an extra £450,000 to £500,000. As it is, by manipulating the system, he and Meghan are great manipulators. If you want to call them grifters, I would not disagree with you. I would say you're well in your right to call them grifters.
Good, well, I will.
The latest grift is on us, the taxpayer.
Yeah, no, indeed. Now, look, Saturday, unfortunately, it's been overshadowed, but Saturday marked the first trooping the colour of King Charles's reign as the nation celebrated the official birthday of the British sovereign in central London. But eldest son William may have inadvertently stolen his father's thunder as the Prince of Wales announced his ambitious vision to end homelessness in Britain in a major interview with the Sunday Times, while also releasing a heartwarming Father's Day portrait via Kensington Palace at the same time. So, Phil Dampier, what did you make of this? Is Wales guilty of pushing his father, King Charles, off the front pages, as some folk have claimed?
Well, I think it was fair enough to have the photo for Father's Day. It wasn't his fault. It was Father's Day the day after trooping. But I must admit, I am surprised that he did the interview. I mean, I would have thought that could have waited another week. I mean, I thought the headline was very misleading on the Sunday Times. I'm going to end homelessness. I mean, you're really sort of setting yourself up to fail there, aren't you? I don't think anybody's going to be able to do that. Certainly not overnight. I mean, it's a great aspiration to have, but I don't think that's going to happen. But it does make you wonder, doesn't it, whether they talk to each other, the courtiers and the different houses.
Or is that competition back, Lady C? And Lady C, what did you make? Is this too political for Prince William? Is it a bit of a concern, or was this okay?
Well, I actually think that they were complicit in announcing it because it's burying bad news in public. Because the reality is homelessness, although it's a very worthy thing, nobody wants to be living next to homeless housing. And that therefore means that there is a big problem in terms of making...
Good point. No, exactly. And it's going to be a big one for him to solve.
Their reason? Meghan's name is now seen as unpredictable, polarising, and just too risky for a brand built on timeless class. Think about it. Just a few years ago, Meghan was everywhere in couture, a fashion icon in her own right, but now luxury houses, especially those as image-obsessed as Dior, are making it clear they want no part in royal drama. Lady Campbell didn't hold back, calling Meghan's brand collapse a cautionary tale for celebrities everywhere. The big question, can Meghan recover her reputation, or has the fairy tale truly ended? Sound off in the comments. Do you think Meghan can bounce back, or is her celebrity era officially over? Hit like if you love royalty, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking updates.